Right, hello, welcome to Starcross, another text adventure. I got another one of these, it's been a while I think. Maybe not as long as I'd like, but it's been a while. You are sound asleep in your bunk aboard the deep space black hole prospecting ship Starcross, operating out of Ceres. Don't know how to say that. I know the word, I've only ever read it though. Just as your sleep becomes deep and comfortable, an alarm bell begins ringing. It's the mass detector. Instantly you awake. This hasn't been a profitable trip so far, and you don't even have the cash for repairs. This could be the break you've been waiting for. Living quarters. You are in the bunk. This nook is your Spartan living quarters, containing only a bunk and a bureau. The only exit is to starboard. There is a tape library here, outside the bunk. Okay, get up. When you're on feet again, the alarm bell is on. On the mass detector is ringing stridently. Okay, exit bunk. You can't go that way. Oh. Turn. Oh, bollocks. I forget. Off. Alarm. The alarm is on the bridge, not here. Okay. Go. Bridge. The fuck you don't. Okay, exit. Leave bunk. You're not carrying back. Go library. It's here. Oh, I'm in the library, am I? Look. Living quarters. This nook is your spot. Yes. Go. Starboard. Bridge. Thank fuck. Right. Jesus Christ. This is the control room of the Starcross. There are exits labelled arbitrarily. Port, starboard, and out. No, that's not arbitrary. Port and starboard are not arbitrary. Fuck's sake. The latter exit has a heavy bulkhead which is closed. Your ship's computer does the routine tasks of navigation and life support. A control couch is mounted before a control panel and a large viewpoint. The ship's registration is affixed nearby. Your mass detector, essential in the search for black holes, sits to one side. On the detector are a red button, a blue button, and a small screen on which something is displayed. The alarm bell on the mass detector is ringing stridently. You know, I always questioned, because I thought, surely, it doesn't actually, like, the text itself doesn't actually matter all too much, if the words are in the right order. I always questioned how dyslexic people have, like, a better time reading certain fonts compared to other fonts. I didn't really get it until reading this. Because I hate this. I don't know why I hate it. I just do. It just doesn't work. My brain does not like reading this text. Usually I'm fine. This one, no. So I guess I gotta get that now. Right, so do I want to turn off the alarm? Turn off alarm. The alarm goes silent. Thank you. Right then. Look. Screen. Oh no. Okay. Look. False. Mass detector. No. Look. Small screen. Fine. Starboard. Storage. This cubicle is used for storage. The only exit is to port. Hanging on a rack is your spacesuit. The safety line hangs on the wall. Port. Port. Living quarters. There is a tape library here. Look. Library. Get. Library. Look. Library. Oh, alright, fine. Starboard. Starboard. Bridge. Use library. What do you mean you don't eat? Use a bridge. Oh yeah, fuck's sake. Sit couch. Bizarre. Sit on couch. You are now in the control couch. The couch is a seatbelt which is currently unfastened. Right, fuck it. Oh no, I'm not spending all my life on doing this. Check out the mess. Okay. Oh, I've got to say, read the screen. Okay, get up. Fucking specific. Read screen. Mass UM12. Okay. What do I do with that information? What the fuck? Find which I'm supposed to find it on the chart below. Oh, they've given me a chart, but they've not actually told me where to get this chart from. I'll just say read chart. Yeah, read library. Listen to library. Play library. Turn on tape player. Listen library. Play library. Jesus Christ. Play. Classic computer mystery deadline is displayed. No. No. God fucking damn it. Oh, I don't know where I'm supposed to get these from then. Okay, whatever. Does it read screen? Mass UM12. Okay. Actually, no, let's look around. I don't want to do it properly. Exit stable. Ship's computer does a routine test and navigation and life support. Control couch is mounted before a control panel and a large viewport. Ship's registration is affixed nearby. Read registration. Nope. Okay. Let's viewpoint. Mass detector essentially in the search for black hole. Sits to one side. On the detector, a red button. Can I press blue button? What's that do? Read output. Shows major mass concentrations in the vicinity, each with a code designation and the appropriate R, theta, and phi descript. Okay. Read output then. Look output. Fuck's sake. Well, that's where you get that from, but fuck if I know how you're supposed to fucking get it. Look at it. So, sit couch. Sit on couch. We got what, UM12? Apparently, we're going to stick it in there. Okay, so computer. R is 100. Full stop apparently. Theta is 345 apparently, and phi. No fuck. Fuck. Phi is 107. R set, theta set, phi set. Lights blink furiously for a moment. The computer speaks. Sequence for intercept of mass concentration is programmed and ready. Please confirm new navigational program. I'm waiting. If you get entered to confirm with the supercomputer. Confirm. You sound rather positive. Oh, computer confirm. Right. Fasten belt. Computer confirm. Yes, I am. Computer confirm. Thank you. New navigation program will initiate in 15 seconds. There'll be a course correction burn of 43 seconds duration. I advise fastening your seatbelt. It's fastened. Okay. Wait. The ship thrusters spin it into a proper attitude, and then the engines begin their course correction burn. There are significant G's and not a little vibration. Fortunately, you are securely belted in. Okay, might be bad. I don't know. Do I just wait? Okay. You are heading towards a bright star-like object, or black hole. Star object now shows some shape. Time passes as you journey towards your destination. You're approaching a huge cylindrical asteroid. The computer says telescopic observations reveal the object ahead to be extremely regular in shape. This is not your usual asteroid. The asteroid is unnaturally smooth, but there are surface features on it. The computer remarks, I detect low-level scanning taking place. The radiation is not dangerous. I think we may be getting into something more than we expected here. Thank you, computer. Oh, balls. Filling space before you is an enormous artifact, more than 5 kilometers long and about 1 kilometer in diameter. Regularly spaced around its waist are bumps and other odd protrusions. You cannot see the aft end, but the fore end sports a glass or crystal dome almost 100 meters across. There is a brief burn as the ship matches course with the artifact. You are hanging in space about 0.5 kilometer away from the waist of the object. The Starcross's engines shut down. The computer speaks. Program completed. We are being scanned by low-level radiation, awaiting instructions. There's an error there. It should be Starcross's apostrophe and then Noah's. Blah. As the object rotates below, the features of a different area become visible through the viewport. There is an area with a blue dome below. Near the dome is a spherical object which just might be a spaceship. It is held down by silvery ropes. As the big object the features of a different area become visible below the viewport. The area is a yellow dome. The surface of the object here looks damaged and scorched and is littered with tangled debris. The area is a green dome and a long silvery spaceship tethered nearby. Oh, balls. Below is an area with a red dome which has no ship near it. Suddenly an odd protrusion near the red dome splits open and a huge articulated metal tentacle issues from it at great speed. It approaches the ship and delicately wraps itself around the hull. You are slammed against your seat as the tentacle accelerates the Starcross to the artifact speed of rotation. Inexorably, your ship is drawn towards the dome. When you're a few tens of meters away, 3 smaller tentacles issue forth and grapple the ship solidly to the surface of the artifact. The large tentacle retreats into its housing, which closes. You are disoriented. Now that you are attached to the artifact, which is rotating up and down, have taken on new meanings. Your sense of balance tells you that your ship is clinging to the underside of some enormous object, and if you aren't careful, you will fall. Up now refers to the center of the object, down to the immensities of space. Okay. I'm just going to follow the walkthrough from now on. I don't want to fall and do it again. Okay, so. Yes. Unfasten. Don't. Click. Get up. Oh, fuck's sake. Oh, okay, get up. You're on your own feet again. On the ceiling, I should be, I think. Strangely. Go east. East? Okay. Get suit. Get line. Okay. Go west. Open the inner airlock door. That's the one leading out. The inner door opens. Oh. Airlock. This is the airlock of the Starcross. The inner door is open and the outer door is closed. Neither door has a viewport. Okay. Wear suit. You are now wearing the spacesuit, breathing internal oxygen. Oh dear. Open the outer door. Oh. Wait. Close inner door. Open outer door. Air rushes out of the airlock. Okay. Out. Jesus. You exit gingerly, climbing up to the surface of the artifact, where your magnetic boots hold you securely as you hang upside down. Red dock. This is a docking port, coded in red. All around are strange protrusions, one of which could be a hook for a safety line. The surface here is metallic, but gets stony further from the dock. On one side, down, is your ship, tethered to the surface of the artifact by thick silvery ropes. On the other, up, is a large dome with an airlock. A round metal sculpture or relief covers part of the airlock door. It is made up of thousands of tiny hexagonal columns which extend various lengths from the surface, making a 3-dimensional representation. You're going to examine it more closely to see the details. Okay. Let's do that then. A closer examination reveals that there are exactly 10 circular bumps or columns on the sculpture. The first is large and centrally located. The second, though, through 10th are smaller and scattered at various distances and orientations. As you go outward from the large bump in the centre, there are 4 smaller bumps, two rather large ones, 2 medium-sized ones, and then a small one again. Okay, sure. Apparently, the 10 circular bumps represent Earth's solar system, the Sun plus 9 planets, and the artifact wants to make sure you're from Earth before it lets you in. Okay. So you gotta press the 4th bump for some strange reason. Bum. A tiny column made up of only 1 hexagon at about the same distance from the centre as the first large bump. Okay, gotta push that apparently. It doesn't say that it did anything, so I thought it was mistaking press for luck. The sculpture flattens out completely, except at the former location of the tiny bump, where a hexagonal rod of black crystal is extruded. Do I take it? Do I take it? Get the black crystal rod. Okay. Get rod. When you take the black rod, the airlock door opens. Okay, and then we go in, I assume. Yep. In. Oh. This is the main airlock of the red docking port. The inner door leading up to the interior is closed, and the outer door leading down to the surface is open. Okay, close. Outer door. The outer door closes and air rushes into the airlock. Do I take off my spacesuit now? Should I take off my spacesuit? Yes. Take off suit. You have removed the spacesuit. The air here is quite breathable and slightly sweet. Okay, open inner door. I assume. The red inner door opens and then go in. Yes, we're now in the red hole apparently. Yes, we are. This is a wide room with corridors leading in 4 directions and a ladder down to the airlock. The lighting is poor, as though half the lights were worn out. Halfway up the walls are planters full of wilted plants. I thought that had happened today, actually. I turned on my lamp for the light on my face so you can see me, and it didn't come on. And I was like, oh my god, is it broken? I don't think I've got a spare bulb. What's happening? I thought, hang on a minute. Let me check something. I checked the plug, I just not turned it on at the socket. Because I'm a fucking idiot. Oh. Oh, okay. North. Red hall. This is a long, dim corridor that intersects with what looks like a ring corridor. The overheads are not very bright here, and the plant growth is feeble. There's plants? Oh yeah, full of wilted plants. Room on ring 2. The ring corridors here has an exit forward to a large open area. There is a fresh dirt scattered about and an acrid smell. Like burning. This is a port to starboard corridor lined with small cages. The bars of the cages are bands of force, detectable only by the slight shimmer they produce in the air, and are non-working on most of the cages. A few cages are still on and contain the dried-up carcasses of strange animals. Oh dear. So yes, I'm in the zoo apparently. Then we gotta go east. Nesting cage. The force projectors here aren't working, but the cage is nonetheless inhabited by many creatures who resemble crosses between a rat and an ant. Yeah. They are multi-legged with chitinous shells and pincers around their mouths, but they have long rat-like tails and sparse tufts of hair. Some of them are armed with tiny spears and walk precariously on their hind legs. Ew. In one corner is a very large mud and stick nest. The nest is constructed of all sorts of odds and ends, including a red rod. The rod is embedded in the mud near one of the entrances of the nest. I assume we have to get that somehow. Oh, okay. Throw library at nest. That is the library's contribution to this thing. You can't play it around. You just throw it at the nest. The nest smashes into fragments and the rat ants stop dead in their tracks. They frantically evacuate the nest and immediately begin constructing a new nest at the opposite end of the cage. Rat ant babies are being carried across the cage and warriors watch you suspiciously. Yeah, I imagine I'm a giant that just wanted and destroyed their home for no good reason. Jesus. That's terrible. I'm a terrible person. Okay, now I need to get... Oh, fuck. Library. And the rod. Right, okay. They go west and south. Alright. Room on ring 2, okay. Open the blue airlocks. Wait, what? Oh, west and south, and then go west and south again. Okay. Blue hole. The junction on the wide fore aft corridor and smaller ring corridor. There is some dirt on the floor, freshly scattered. Blue hole. A ring corridor joins the blue hole here. There is an entrance, presumably for the blue docking area below, and also a way up. Open the blue airlock's inner door. Oh dear. Wait, inner door? Oh, leading further into the ship, I see. Right. Blue inner door opens. Go down. Okay. This is the main airlock of the blue docking port. The inner door leading the outer leading down the surface. It made me take off my fucking spacesuit. Should I put on my suit? I feel like I should put on my suit. I think I'm gonna put on my suit. I feel like I should put on my suit. The walkthrough's not telling me to put on my suit. I feel like this is a fucking death trap. Blue dock and then use it. Right, hang on. Close inner door. Put on suit. Yes, right. Open outer door. And then we go out. I think. Go down again, use the reach of the top, yep. You are viewing this area, colour coded in blue, through the first of several transparent bubbles connecting the dock with a large spherical object tethered. Oh, okay. The blue. Okay, so hang on. Take off suit. You remove the spacesuit, and I'm not dead, so. Alright. Fine. The spherical spaceship is aft of here. Well, let's go aft then, whichever way that's supposed to be. I'll assume backwards, down. There's a series of plastic bubbles connecting the blue airlock with a spherical spaceship docked aft of here. The bubbles are made of thick material, which is nonetheless transparent. Aft again. Wall of text. Wall of text. You're within a huge bubble transparent from this side. The interior is crisscrossed with wire webbing, so that an agile creature could move around using only the wires. Objects are stuck in the wires in various out-of-reach places. The whole impression is of a rather untidy spiderweb. The connection to the artifact is at the forward end of the sphere. Forward of a sphere. Crouched in the centre of the sphere, where the wires converge, is a creature resembling a giant spider. A closer look reveals that it is not an insect, but rather a multi-legged endoskeleton mammal. Well, it's not an insect anyway, if it's a spider, is it? It has huge eyes and an impressive grinding teeth. It grips the wires with many tiny fingers and gazes at you with almost hypnotic intensity. The spider watches you with multifaceted eyes. I give library. The second contribution of the library. Apart from its function as a library, which it never fulfilled, to the giant spider, yes. The spider examines the tape player and discovers the controls. A random song begins playing. Agitated, he fiddles with the controls again, and a lecture begins. He becomes even more agitated. What a wonderful gift, human. This will alleviate my boredom for a while. Your culture is young, but you have amassed enough of interest to keep me sane for a few more years. I thank you. He fishes in a pouch and comes out with something. Perhaps you may find some use for this. I long ago grew bored with such balls. He tossed a yellow crystal rod at your feet. Okay, take the rod. The spider, oblivious to all else, is fiddling with the tape player. Every so often he makes a happy little noise. Okay, then. Yes. So we've came aft. So now we're going back fore. Then go up. Close. Outer door. Yes. Open. Inner door. Well, air shouldn't have been rushing anywhere, frankly. But and then we go up again, I assume. Yes. Into the blue hole. Up again. Ooh, okay. You climb a vertical shaft for a considerable distance. The shaft opens into a gigantic space which obviously occupies most of the interior of the artifact. The area is brightly lit and it has an interesting geography. Grassland. You are standing on the floor of an enormous cylinder, kilometers in length, at 100 with the fucking halo. Okay, we're in a halo ring. Okay. And hundreds of meters across, above you and all around reveals a microgeography of trees, grassland, and manufactured structures, yes. The cylinder is divided into various bands, of which this is approximately the central one. Things cling to the floor or ceiling above you as each bend continues all the way around the cylinders. You're in the midst of a grassy plain, a sort of savannah with warm breezes, and tall grasses. An exit leads down to the outer deck. Looking forward, a metal floor circles the cylinder and extends all the way to the forward end of the cylinder, which is a sheer metal wall with a crystal bauble at the axis. Looking aft, the grassland becomes more and more densely forested. The aft end of the cylinder is totally obscured by impossibly tall trees. A herd of creatures not unlike unicorns, crops grass in the distance. Okay. They go south, apparently. In a thin forest. There's an area of small trees and shrubs blending into a more imposing forest aft and into grassland forward. Strangely, there is a metal hatch covered nearby among the shrubbery. There is activity in the grassland plain. Weasel-like aliens and a hunting party enter the grassland. Open hatch. The metal hatch is now open. Let's go down. Repair room. Jesus. This room is taken up by two large pieces of machinery. The leftmost has a symbol depicting the emission of rays beside a yellow slot. The other machine bears a symbol in 3 parts. The first 2 parts, in black, are a solid block and a fluid level. The third, in red, is a series of parallel wavy lines. Beside it are 3 diagrams. Under each one is a red slot. The first diagram shows 4 single slots equally spaced around a 6-dot cluster. The second shows 2 8-dot clusters in close proximity, and the third has 3 single dots equally spaced around a 7-dot cluster. The only exit is up some stairs. There is a metal and ceramic square here. Okay, right. Take all. Okay. Yep, that makes sense to me. Put yellow. Oh, well. Right, rod in yellow slot. Yellow, fuck. Can I go back up? No. Damn. Put yellow rod in yellow slot. Place yellow rod in yellow slot. Yellow rod disappears into the slot. Okie dokie. Right, that's the yellow one done. Now the red one. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Place red rod in second. Red slot. The red rod disappears into the slot. You hear a subdued hum of machinery coming to life. Ooh, very nice, very nice. Yes. Up. North. Weasels are butchering a unicorn. Oh, very nice. Grassland. Up, down again. Blue hole, yes. East, north, east, and south. East, north, east. Green hole. The green hole joins a ring corridor here. The plants look healthy. Good for them. So east, north, east. North. The green hall extends here a ring corridor. The planters are well tended. Good. East, north, east, and south. The passage leads aft from this point to the ring corridor, and then south. Computer room, okay. This is the main computer room. The builders of this ship are obviously still wedded to large mainframes. This one fills the room and is 30 meters high, Jesus. There is an overlarge switch at about eye level and an access panel below it, which is closed. The power seems to be off. Okay, but I've got to open up the panel. Opening the access panel reveals rack upon rack of metallic cards. There is one slot that has no card in it, okay, and I've got in my inventory a metal and ceramic square. I assume I've got to put that in there. Yes. Put square in slot. The card slides snugly into the slot. Okay, and then close the panel. I assume. And then pull the lever, I assume. Boot up the computer. Okay, turn the computer on. Aye. Block of text. Right. The lights in the room come on, and there is a deafening noise as the computer starts up. The main display blinks twice, a bell rings, and a gold rod falls from the output hopper onto the floor. A moment later, a previously unseen annunciator panel comes on. The panel has 3 banks of 4 coloured lights, red, yellow, green, and blue. The first is labelled with a symbol of the emissions of rays of the lights underneath, and the red one is flashing and the yellow one is brightly lit. The second bank is labelled with a stylised docking port, and the third with an airlock. Of these 2 banks, the first yellow one is brightly lit and the other yellow one is flashing. The panel also contains 6 other lights, Jesus Christ, dude, each bearing a stylised picture. Oh, fucking hell. The first 4, all dark, represent navigation, engine, library, and defences. A 5th, picturing a cage, is brightly lit. The 6th is flickering dimly. It bears a symbol in 3 parts. The first 2 parts in black are a solid block and a fluid level. The third in red is a series of parallel wavy lines. Okie dokie then. What the fuck am I looking at? Should I have written that down? Just get the rod. Okay, probably just get the rod. Just get the rod. Who gives a shit? Just get the rod. I've taken the rod. Right. There's not much more to go, I don't think. Right. Go north, east, east. This is the far end of the yellow hall. The plant is hold dry, dead plants. The usual ring corridor joins the main hall. The room is lit by emergency lighting system. The far end of the blue hall meets the ring corridor here. Okie dokie. South and west. This is near the far end of the blue hall, where a small exit leads to port. The main corridor leads fore and aft. West. Observatory. This is the interior part of the Artifacts Observatory, with an exit to starboard. There are no telescopes or other instruments visible, but in the centre of the room is an image of space in the vicinity. Examining the image, you see a tiny model of the solar system. The Sun is a bright dot in the centre. Jupiter and Saturn are easily discovered. The colours of the dots are not what you would expect, though, and range throughout the spectrum. Holograph projector is on one wall. Okay. What the fuck? Locate the clear crystal rod. Wait. Look in projector through black rod. I'm amazed that this recognised that long sentence. The light is very bright, but the black rod filters enough that you are not blinded. Inside the projector is a clear crystal rod which has a prismatic effect on the light being emitted. Take rod. My rod. Take rod. Take it. Take the rod. Which one do you mean? The clear rod? The clear. Taken. The image displayed is now clear and correctly coloured. Nice. Oh, alright then. Drop. Black rod. Apparently we'll never need it again. Dropped. Okay. Go east. South. 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 Melted spot. At this point the corridor is twisted and the walls are half melted. Titanic energies have been used here, apparently to blast through an armoured hatch that shielded the area to port. There's a little left of the hatch now and the way is open. Okie dokie then. Alright. Then west. Weapons deck. Okay. This is the armoury of the artifact. A massive bulkhead has been burned away, giving free access to the weaponry. Unfortunately, it appears that the vast stock of futuristic armaments has been mostly destroyed. Gigantic projectors are scorched and shattered. Strange battle armour is reduced to splinters, and wall racks for small arms are mostly empty. Mounted in a wall rack is a genuine-looking ray gun, large and formidable with a long, ugly barrel. It's difficult to tell whether or not the gun is fully charged. Take. Gun. Taken. I now have a gun. How unfortunate. Yeah, okie dokie. Looking barrel. That's a terrible idea. In the barrel there is a silver rod. Oh my goodness gracious me. Alright then, take silver rod. Why not? Taken. Never would have thought to look in there. Go east. Hold on. East. North. West. I think it said. Yellow Hall. This is the intersection between the Yellow Hall and the large ring corridor. The airlock for the yellow dock is down from here. The plant boxes are empty. The room is lit by an emergency lighting system. So, went east, north, west, and then open inner door. Your inner door opens out. This is the main airlock of the yellow docking port. The inner door leading up to the interior is open, and the outer door leading down to the surface is closed. The room is lit by emergency lighting system. This guy here is a metal basket with a small pocket. Get basket. Taken. And what we do with the basket is we apparently put all rods in basket. Keep all our eggs in the same basket. Silver rod. The silver rod is inserted immediately. Another hole opens beside it. Clear rod. The clear rod is inserted immediately. Another hole opens beside it. Gold rod. The gold rod is inserted immediately. Another hole opens beside it. Okay. Strange basket. Very strange basket. Close. Inner door. Wear suit. Open. Outer door. The door appears to be jammed. There may be debris outside blocking it. Maybe if you pushed again. Uh-oh. Again? The outer door opens and air rushes out of the airlock. Okay. Down. This dock area is severely scorched and damaged where other docks have rope housings. There was apparently a major explosion here, or possibly a chemically fueled rocket attempted to leave without taking proper precautions. There is a hook beside the airlock. Entangled in debris at the edge of the dock to port is what might be a body. It is out of reach from here, so tie a line to suit. Tie line to hook. That's the hook, right? How do we get to the body then? No, we should go west, apparently. Straight west. Fucking. You crawl across dock area on magnetic boots, overcoming the effect of centripetal force. The metal area they can cling to ends before you reach the edge of the dock, but thanks to your safety line, you make it successfully to the tangle of debris. Among debris, you are among the blackened and twisted metal left by a huge explosion. The tentacle housings have been destroyed. To starboard is the airlock dome. Entangled in the wreckage is the scorched body of a creature resembling a large reptile, almost a miniature Allosaurus. Ooh, big owl. Clad in the remains of a spacesuit. Clutched in the reptile's hand claw is a pink rod. Take. Rod. Taken. The water will just go back. Yep. East. Untie. Line. In. Assume. Yes. Close. Outer door. Yes, and then take off suit. Open. Inner door. Inner door. In. And there we go. Go up. South twice, then east. South. Wide doors, maintenance has been neglected, the partners are unattended, the ring corridor leads port starboard. South again. East? East. Laboratory. This is a glaringly lit room filled with strange devices, most completely incomprehensible. For example, a huge projector of some sort points menacingly at a silvery globe floating in midair at the centre of the room. The silvery globe is the size of a basketball. Beneath the projector is a dial with 4 positions. A thin red disc the size of a manhole cover hangs on the wall. A thin blue disc the size of a manhole cover hangs on the wall. Take all. All belongs to me. Red disc taken. Beam of energy, a valiant attempt. Projector, what a concept. Silver sphere, the globe won't budge no matter how hard you try. Dial, you can't be serious. Blue disc taken. Nice. Okay. Oh. Oh. Save. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, well, never mind. Oh, dear. Apparently, something might go wrong here. If something goes wrong here, we're not doing it again. No, we're ending. Apparently, a mouse may come and take all my shit. Okay. Just going to follow it directly, just in case. Put disc. I'll put red disc under globe. Okay. The red disc drops to the ground. There's almost inaudible click as it comes to rest. The red disc slides under the globe. Okay. Okay. Drop blue disc, apparently. For some reason. Drops to the ground. There is almost an double click as it comes to a rest. Alright then. And then we put ray gun on globe. Ray gun is now on the globe, indeed. Turn down to 4. The globe flickers out for an instant and then reappears, expanding. The silvery globe is the size of 4 feet and seems embedded in the floor. You hear the hum of the transporter disc activating. There is a loud click, and then the ray gun appears, resting comfortably on the blue disc. The blue rod must have been in range of the disc because it appeared as well. Okay. Then turn dial to 1. Well, figures out for an instant, then reappears shrunken to the silver globe the size of an orange. Okay, then. You can now type get all. Okay, get all. Okay, there we go. Right, I think I should have everything now. I've got the blue rod. Yes, okay. Put all rods in basket. Again, not basket, basket. But the blue rod is certain and immediately another hole opens. Okay, same with the pink rod. Study more rods then, clearly. Go west, south, and west. In a room, south, in a hall, and west again. Let's see, after into the green hole. Okay, we're back in the green hole again with all the plants and shit. Drop the red disc. Okay, whatever you say, dude. The red disc drops to the ground. There is an almost inaudible click as it comes to a rest. We go west, north, north, east. West. In the middle, it's in the mountain. Yeah, red hole again. North, north, east. Outskirts of village. This is the edge of a populated area. Going denser as you move starboard. Primitive huts line the corridor, which is blocked ahead by a palisade built of mud and wood. An open gate, guarded by several spear-bearing aliens, leads into the structure. A small crowd of aliens has gathered to watch you. They resemble human-sized weasels. Their bodies are thin, flexible, and covered with several colours of hair. There are all sizes and ages, and the stronger ones are armed with spears, knives, and other nasty hardware. They gesture in a way intended to show friendship. They bare their huge razor-sharp teeth. Sure. The small ones are hustled away, but almost immediately begin to sneak back. Right, okay. Go east again to the village centre. This section of the hall is filled with primitive huts of various sizes. They are so close they almost form a single large warren with many entrances. The only way to continue down the corridor is through this warren. Many aliens are milling about, of all sizes and colours of fur. Okay, and then wait. From down a passage between the hovels appears a large, almost all-grey alien. He is dressed in the tattered remains of a spacesuit of alien manufacture. Only the helmet and scraps of the body material remain. Around his neck hangs a brown crystal rod. The crowd parts to let him through. He looks at you in awe, staring at your spacesuit. He points to it, and then at himself, and brandishes his spear menacingly. Uh-oh. Okay. Give suit. This is a poor decision. The chieftain removes his suit and dons yours. He is clearly delighted with the gift, and his people are truly impressed by his new wardrobe. He moves about, pointing at various objects, including some of his lesser wives and children, and glancing at you quizzically. Oh dear. I do not want... I do not want the weasel pussy. Damn. Point at Brownwood. Hopefully he will not try to kill me for this. Oh, kid. What's wrong, kid? Shit. Oh dear. The chief hesitates, understanding you all too well, then reluctantly removes the rod from its string and hands it to you. The chief slips through the card, which parts deferentially. Follow chief. Oh, flow chief, yes. This is an earthen reed burrow within the warren. There are many aliens here going about their business. The younger ones stare at you and make funny noises. There are passages all over the place and a constant traffic in and out. The chief alien wearing your spacesuit is here. The chief slips through a crowd, which parts differentially. Do I follow him again? Again. Apparently I could just type again and that works. This is an earthen reed burrow within the warren. There are many aliens here going about the business. Blah, 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 blah. The chief alien wearing spacesuit is here. The chief... Follow. I don't think that worked. So I'm going to do it again. Okay. Just keep doing it again. Okay. Again. Jesus Christ. Can't follow until he leaves. Oh, okay. Chief enters a hovel. Wearing your spacesuit. See it again. In the warren. Okay. Again. Enters a hovel. Okay. Follow Chief. Again. Center of the one, thank God. This burrow is deep within the warren, and the aliens seem to avoid it. An exit to port leads back into the warren. The walls are covered with crude but vibrant paintings depicting a huge spider, a gigantic mouse, a man-sized lizard, and in the center of being in a spacesuit, you realize that this room is the center of the green hall's junction with the ring corridor. In fact, a ladder leads down to the green airlock. The chief alien wearing a spacesuit is here. The chief grins, exposing his pointy teeth, and points portentously at the ladder. He curls up on the dirt floor and waits, watching you with interest. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay. Down. This is the main airlock of the green docking port. The inner door leading up to the interior is open, and the outer door leading down is closed. Ah, okay. Close. Inner door. Open. Outer door. Oh, fuck's sake. Oh, okay. That's taken all the fucking tension out of it, hasn't it? Open outer door. The green outer door opens. No air. No rushing air. Okay then. Down again, I suppose. Green dock. A plastic umbilical leads away to port from the green airlock. There is a hook next to the airlock. Ah, I see. Okay. Down and west twice. So west and west. You got a plastic umbilical about 2 meters in diameter, which connects to the green airlock to starboard with a spaceship about 10 meters to port. The plastic is cloudy, obscuring your view of the outside. West. This was once a cargo hold of a spaceship and is filled with fetishes of wood and clay, totems in the shape of strange beasts, and a great deal of withered fruit and grain. Openings lead fore and aft, and the umbilical tube is to starboard. There is a dim illumination from ancient glow bulbs. A large fragment of black smoke glass from the chief's helmet visor lies on the floor. Use the 4 command to enter the control room. Okay, 4. This is the control room of the ship which originally carried the now primitive aliens to the artifact. The control panel was obviously destroyed by a fire or explosion long ago, although the lights here still glow dimly. Outside you can see the surface of the artifact. Gazing longingly at that view are the empty eye sockets of a skeleton. The skeleton of an alien's weasel. It is dressed in the shreds of a spacesuit and sitting in the control couch. Scattered around the couch are fresh offerings of fruit and vegetables. Okay. Okay. Touch the skeleton. Very strange, but okay. Let's just caress the skeleton. When you touch the skeleton, its arm falls off the arm set. Something slides out of the spacesuit and onto the floor. Look. There's a violet rod here. Take a rod. He's coming with me. Taken. Right. Uh-oh. Drop blue disc. The blue disc stops the gun. Okay, and then we... Okay. There's no point, is there? Okay, right. Stand on blue disc. Apparently this can also go wrong. There's a lot of clicking. It's on the disc and the moment of disorientation. Garage. Okay, this apparently worked. This is the garage for maintenance mice. That's what could go wrong. It nicks your shit. There are several stalls in which non-functional mice are rusting away. Other stalls are empty. There is a chute into which trash could be dumped, and a large bin nearby. A maintenance mouse-sized door is in the forward wall. There is a thin red disc the size of a manhole cover here. There is trash bin full of junk and all sorts here. Someone appears to have been dumping things for years, / decades, / centuries, and never cleaning them out. Okie dokie. Yeah, if not, restore your save, wait a few turns to try again. If we get to go, try searching bin. Search bin. Okay. Search bin. You've searched through part of the bin, but I found nothing of interest. I've got to do it again until I find something, apparently. Again! Continue sifting through the junk, nothing interest turns up. Again! There's a green crystal rod. Yes, take rod. Who could have thought? Which one do you mean? The green. Taken, right. Put all rods in the basket. Again. Still missing a rod. Still missing a rod. Go north to exit the garage. Room 1, beat on ring 4. You're between the red and blue holes on a ring corridor. The corridor looks damaged to port. The illumination dims to starboard. Go west, north, north, up. Okay, wait. West. Blue hole. Another junction. North. Another spot. North. Go west, north, north. Up, east, south, south. You climb a vertical shaft for a considerable distance. The shaft opens into a gigantic space with top to the up. Okay, with the gas lamp again. Okay, up. East. A grassy plain circles this band of the cylinder, the vegetation merging into a dense forest as you look aft and stopping abruptly at bare metal as you look forward. The plain arches above you, giving an aerial view of the other side and the entry through which you came. The forest obscures the aft end of the cylinder. A herd of creatures not unlike unicorns. Copscast nearby. South again. Not south. Scenario, small trees, and then south again. Base of a tree. You're in a primeval forest near the base of a giant tree. The trunk is thick, perhaps 40 metres in diameter. Jesus. And the height is incredible. The forest is dense, so you can't see exactly how tall it is, but extending all the way to the axis isn't out of the question. The bark is so rough that climbing would be no problem. Oh, I wonder what we've got to do here then. Base of a giant tree is obviously doing anything. Yep, climb tree. Obviously. Up a tree. You are climbing a gigantic tree, one that would make the largest sequoia blush with envy. Fortunately, the bark is rough and climbing is easy. The gravity lessens as you near the axis of rotation, which also helps. I bet it does. Go up to the top of the tree. Up. Top of the tree. You're at the top of a giant tree, just below a huge crystalline bubble full of machinery and controls, which lies at the axis of rotation at the aft end of the cylinder. Out of reach above you is a hatch which leads into the bubble. Beside the hatch is a silver slot. Gravity has almost disappeared here as you near the access, and then we jump. Gravity is almost non-existent here, so your jump easily carries you to the hatch of the drive bubble. Drive bubble entrance. You are floating, clinging outside the drive bubble. A crystalline half sphere covering the aft end of the artifact's axis of rotation. Small knobs like handholds lead up the surface of the bubble away from the end of the cylinder. The drive bubble is transparent, and through it you can see the controls for the main engines of the artifact, which must be afterfear. The only way in is a hatch which is closed. Beside the hatch is a silver slot. Oh no, I got... No. Place. I learned my lesson. Silver rod. In slot. The silver slot slides into the slot and the hatch opens. Okie dokie then. And then the in command bit. The drive bubble is on the axis of rotation at the aft end of the artifact, so there is no gravity here. It is transparent, and you can see the tips of the tallest trees in the forest beyond. Far off at the opposite end of the axis is another bubble, much like this one. The room is a featureless grey, except for one small white slot. One way out is the hatch, which is open. Floating near a white slot in the wall is a white rod. Take the rod. Evidently, obviously. Place white rod in slot. As you insert the rod, the walls become alive with a white tracery of controls, dials, and gauges. In addition, a black slot surrounded by an ominous dead black circle appears. Oh dear, well, we haven't got a black one. Okay, then we'll just go out, apparently. Out. Up. On drive bubble, you are floating in the air and clinging to a large crystalline bubble covering the aft end of the axis of rotation of the artifact. There is no weight here. Small knobs resembling handholds cover the bubble. You could use them to climb back down. Far away at the far end of the axis, you can see another bubble very similar to this one. And then we go to get over the first jump over it. Jump. Apparently. You push against the surface of the bubble, and because there is no weight here, you shoot into the air and away along the axis. Floating in air, you are floating at the axis of rotation of the cylinder near the drive bubble. There are enormous trees below. There is no gravity here. Oh. Okay. Shoot. Drive bubble. Okay. A blast of orange flames issue from the gun, and the recoil propels you at impressive speed through the air. Eventually, air resistance slows you down, but you are still in the weightless area. Ah, I see, okay. So we just got to fucking do that until we reach the other end. I get it. I get it. Uncontrollable, you are floating outside a 100-meter crystal bubble which protrudes from the fore end of the cylinder. Inside, you can make out shadowy mechanisms and odd constructions. There are odd knobs of some sort which you could use to pull yourself down the bubble. At the other end of the cylinder, you can see the drive bubble in the midst of enormous trees. Go down to the control bubble's entrance. Okay, down. You are floating outside a 100-meter crystal dome which protrudes from the fore end of the cylinder. Inside, you can discern shadowy mechanisms. Okay. Put gold rod. Okay, place gold rod in gold slot. Gold rod opens and the hatch opens. Gold rod slides into the slot and the hatch opens, rather. In. This room must be the main control room of the artifact. The control bubble itself is transparent and you can look upon the interior of the artifact. Far off, hidden amongst the tallest trees of the forest, is the matching drive bubble. Only way out is the hatch, which is open. The walls are grey except for a single small spot surrounded by clear crystal. Okay, place clear rod in slot. Everything to do. As you insert the clear rod, 5 of the slots appear evenly ranged around the clear one. These are coloured brown, green, blue, violet, and pink, respectively. Do I just have to do each one? Yep, in any order. Okay. So, place brown rod in brown slot. When the brown rod is inserted into the brown slot, a ghostly image appears on the wall alongside it, but the clear slot and its contents fade from view. The image is a brown spot which almost seems to project out onto the wall. Okay, so place next green rod in green slot. My arse is going numb. It's in non-angle for some reason, don't know why. The image is a green spot which almost seems to project out onto the wall. Place blue, violet, and pink. Blue rod in blue slot. Violet and pink. Place violet rod in violet slot. Place pink rod in pink slot. I suppose I could have done it all at once with all those commas, but I reckon the game would have probably shit itself. Okay, right. The pink screen. Okay, hang on. The pink screen. Oh, pink screen. Because the image appears on the pink screen includes a small square, a large square, and a display showing nearby space. This view shows an empty area with a stylized depiction of the artifact itself. Okay, okay. So then after we do, press the pink screen's large square. Press the large square. The view screen now shows the inner solar system from the Sun out to Jupiter. Okay, okay. Press brown spot. View screen now shows the Sun brightly highlighted. Again. The screen now shows Mercury brightly highlighted. Ah, do I have to keep doing it again until... Yeah, okay. Venus. Earth. Right then. Then which button do we press? Then press the violet button. And what I'm confused about is what it says afterwards. Which I assume it will be told. We will be told. The highlighted image of the Earth now is connected to that of the artifact. The line terminates in the centre of the Earth. Ah, yes. Yeah. The walkthrough just says that's not good, and yes, that is actually not good. I concur. Okay. I can't apparently again. The highlighted image of Earth is now connected to that of the artifact. The line terminates in a parabola looping around Earth. No, again. The line terminates in ellipses around in an ellipse surrounding Earth. That's better. It's an actual fucking orbit. Then press the green spot. Okay. Press green spot. The line on display now consists of dots which flash slowly, one at a time, starting with a dot at the artifact and concluding at Earth. Okay. Again. The line display now consists of line flash rapidly one at a time, starting with... Okay, rapidly? Yes. Press blue spot. If you press these in the wrong order, I wonder what happens. What if you press the blue one first and you just fucking disappear? All the displays flash once. There is a sensation of movement as the artifact positions itself to follow the course you have set. The artifact under your assured control moves serenely towards Earth, where the knowledge it contains will immeasurably benefit mankind. Within a few years, there could be human ships flying up to the stars. Are you not already doing that? And all because of your daring cunning. A holographic projection of a humanoid figure appears before you. The being, tall and thin, swathed in shimmering robes, speaks to you in your own language. Congratulations! You who have passed our test, you have succeeded where others failed. Your race shall benefit thereby. He smiles. I expect to see you in person someday. The projection fades. Okay. Not apparently we're Galactic Overlord for following the walkthrough. Nice. Right. Well, that was Starcross. Interesting concept. Especially for its time, I suppose. Yeah, there are a few things in there which I don't imagine I'd have gotten. Like, there was a black thing. I imagine if you put the black thing in, the black one into the black one, then you may very well just die, which would be very annoying. A few things I probably wouldn't have understood. But yeah, it was interesting. It was more interesting than some of the other ones. I dare say it was better than find artifact, find things, put in box. Not to rag on Zork too much, I know it was one of the first, so... yeah, well, I'll continue to do so anyway. Yes, so there you go. I'll just follow the walkthrough because otherwise it'd take me years to do these, and I don't particularly want to. I just want to experience it and then move on. I prefer gameplay, not this, but it's on the list, so it gets played. Right then, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Stay safe. Have a good day. And until next time, ta-ra. What time is it? Aha, 5 o'clock. Next shall be Evil Dead. Yes. See ya.